So this is the battery meter, and it's kind of hard to keep this in focus with what I'm using, but that's the battery meter. When you change fonts, you get the font and then the blade style, and then it goes back to battery meter. Turn that light down and see if that helps. So I'm going to change fonts again here. Vader, Red Blade. Kylo Ren TFA, FIREBLADE. FIREBLADE Flex 4. Green Spark Tip. Normal GRAFLEX. MACE with a purple. That's my custom lightning blade to GRAFLEX. Rainbow blade with Cantina music on it. Rainbow with a happy song. And BSG and Cylon. Caliban with a red cycle. Dexter's Smooth Jedi with a cycle blue. Ringo to my strobe blade. The Persistence of View blade to Frederick's Teensy font, and it goes back to the battery meter. And then the last one is the actual battery meter in the saber.
Legacy, Imperial Knight.
Alright, so here's the saber, and I'm going to go ahead and boot it. You can see the Star Wars logo and the accent LEDs going there. And then then it goes to the, the Imperial logo battery meter there. Now I'm going to try and get the Bluetooth controls working here. Alright, so the Bluetooth controls are going. So this is the first blade, which is Imperial Knight. And you can see it slows down to just a scrolling effect. This battery meter, watch this when I shift fonts. There's Dark Imperial Knight. Here's Vader. Now the FIREBLADE, I have the accent LED strips working like a second Quillian, thus the dual ignition. So there's a FIREBLADE in the accent strips. And then this is normal. Well, let's go to this one. Spools up from aqua to green. And then it spools down, and we go to normal GRAFLEX.
This part is over.
Mace window, it goes from white to purple. No lightning. Which the blade effects actually happen in this accent strip. There's the drag. So you can see this LED is flashing white. That's the drag effect. And then let's see here. Happy Rainbow. Which, you know, that's just gimmicky. Let's see, Caliban. The red cycle. And then a blue cycle. There's a lockup. And this is the strobe. Which it spools up from color cycle into the strobe. So that's the accent LEDs that are inside of the chassis. So they turn out pretty cool. The only thing is you know, initially I'd had accent LEDs under this board cover. So there's the board, and I initially had a strip of accent LEDs here, but it was just too tight underneath this. It just didn't look good. But I'm thinking about maybe popping one here, but then the problem with that is only this end of this would light up. And the reason, you know, that would be cool is, you know, so here's the chassis, you know, inserted into the hilt. Now the buttons, you know, they normally go on these little holes right here. But the shroud of the saber actually goes on like this. So then you have the buttons exposed. But the reason the buttons are so small is so you can turn the shroud of the saber to see the exposed. Now in Goss' other chassis, you know, he has a crystal chamber in this section, but this is just a Padawan chassis, so all you have is the board. So that's why I use that. So I mean, that covers the board there if you turn it over to expose. And I figured I was going to do like a quasi crystal chamber, but you know, again, the only problem is I only have room for one accent LED there, and that wouldn't look that great because then you're only, you know, lighting up one end of this. But there you go. May the force be with you.